welcome back to my channel. Thank you for watching. Today my video is about consistency in a relationship. Let's get right into it. So, being consistent in a relationship helps a lot. That is basically all you really have to worry about is being more consistent. Because, everything else falls into place. If you know that you're not emotional, you're considerate of others, you know that you don't do drama, you know that you bring a lot to the table, being consistent is kind of a key in a relationship. So, when I say being consistent, let's get into it. Being consistent is okay, in the beginning, right? You was always looking beautiful, looking sexy, dressing up. He never seen you with your hair all over your head, makeup not done, walking around in sweatpants and hoodies. You know, you're consistent with the beauty. You're coming with new looks. You're coming with just keeping it fresh, looking sexy, looking beautiful, keeping yourself up. You know, self-care. So that's number one. You're being consistent with your self-care, hygiene, whatever it may be. Then another thing, being consistent with, if you're a person that cooks, always cooking food, maybe 4 or 5 times a week. So you're cooking, you're being consistent with that. You're making breakfast, lunch, dinner, maybe just breakfast and dinner. You're always in the kitchen cooking up something, because when a man get with a woman and you're doing those things in the beginning, he's going to expect you to do those things while you guys are together. Like, for example, I'm sorry guys, I'm getting over a cold. You're basically together over a year. Now you stop cooking and you're only making sandwiches and noodles, and he like, what happened to the woman that I met that used to cook for me? So you have to keep it going. Be consistent with how you was in the beginning, because a man is going to feel like you pretended just to get him, or a woman. But right now we're talking about men. So um being consistent with your man, I'm sorry, we're talking about women being consistent with their man, because that's what makes it work. I like to talk about men, I like to talk about women, but today we're going to talk about the women being consistent. If you basically be consistent in your relationship, ladies, if you're watching this, what you can do is, with being consistent, remember how you did in the beginning when you really liked him. You was always made up, face beat, nice, cute outfit on, smelling good, looking fresh, wearing your heels. You was cooking meals for him. You was wowing him with your skills. And then, you was consistent with other things, like calling him, texting him, letting him know that you're thinking about him. Like, in a relationship, everybody not gonna move in together like on a movie. They're not gonna just move in together after a year. Some people take time before they move in one household together. So when that man come over your crib is nice and neat. You consistent with being clean. You're consistent with cleaning up, as far as appearance, the way you look, and personal hygiene. Of course, you're still taking care of yourself, because a lot of women lose themselves, and that's how you lose the man too, because you lose yourself in a relationship. You're like, well, I don't have to do this anymore because I have him now. But you have to remember, you're losing yourself by not putting on your makeup, not putting on that dress that you bought. You only dressing up to go to events or to family house for the holidays. You're only cooking on Christmas and Thanksgiving. You're never cooking on a regular basis. And you're not taking care of your duties as his woman. We all have a role to play. And so women have to realize that when you're in a relationship, there's a lot of things that has to be done. So you can't just think that a man is going to want to stay with you after a year or so, maybe 2 years. You don't do your hair anymore. You don't get pretty anymore. You don't cook anymore. You don't do anything. You just relax. And he's like, what happened to the woman that I fell in love with? A lot of men fall in love with us because we can cook. Because we're not somebody who's going to make us spend our money at a restaurant all the time. And we're not going to be eating sandwiches and noodles all the time. We're going to be out here cooking and cleaning, and we're going to be keeping ourselves up, and a man want attention as well as women. So attention, when I say attention, not like, oh, look at me, call me, look at me, look at me, look at me. Attention, like, okay, say for example, you've been talking for a year and a half. During that year and a half, you have drastically changed. You slowed down on your behaviors. You're not doing the stuff that you did in the beginning. A man always notice when we start slacking. Like, you ever seen a movie where a woman is just basically, she go from being beautiful all the time, now she's comfortable. She wearing her sweatpants, her hoodies, her little tees or whatever, her big pants, and she don't do her hair anymore. She don't really cook like that anymore. The house is a mess. She don't call her hubby just to say, I love you, I miss you, how you been doing, how your day going, baby, I can't wait to see you when you get home. And she slowed down on the main thing that make men want to cheat. And what do you think that main thing is? Sex. So once you start to slacken and you're not consistent with cooking, appearance, attention, sex, that is when you have a big problem. Because men are visual creatures, like I said before in my video, how to keep a man interested, I think. So it was maybe a year or two ago. How to keep a man interested is, this is what you can do. um Men are visual creatures. So what you can do is say, you know what? I'm going to keep doing what I did to get this man, this whole relationship, until it turns into a marriage, until we die. I am going to continue to give this man the same woman that he fell in love with in the beginning. Because once a woman starts to change, a man is like, I'm kind of like, you're not looking like you looked in the beginning. You're not all dolled up anymore. You just don't, you lost your sauce. A woman has got to keep it coming. Keep a man guessing. Keep it, stay a mystery. He never know what he gonna get. It's a mystery. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is what men love about women that's spontaneous like myself. One minute I wake up in the morning and I take my son to school. I come back and I get beautiful. I wake up in the morning, I throw some sweats on, I go take my son, I throw my jacket on, I come back and I change my clothes. I take a shower, I change clothes, I do my hair, I do a little bit of eye makeup because I don't like the face makeup as much. I just like the eye makeup, like eyeliner, lashes. I shade my eyebrows in. So when I wake up in the morning, that's my routine. I take my son to school in whatever house clothes, and then I come back and I change clothes. I get beautiful because I want to be, even if I didn't have a man, I want to be somebody that a man don't get tired of looking at. Because men get tired of us at times. We're not consistent. Let's be honest. How many women do you know in your family that got a man, right? In the beginning, they were so beautiful all the time, dressed up all the time, not just on going out days. They're looking good all day, all the time, making their man want them over and over again. Make their man fantasize about them when he not with them. So he's like, man, when he not with her, he thinking about her because she keep herself up, right? How many women actually do that though? A lot of women, we get the look in a hot mess. We don't cook no more. A woman is supposed to cook, clean, keep herself up. That is a part of being a woman. You're not necessarily doing it for the man. You're doing it for yourself, because if you think that doing everything for a man, if you think that dressing up and cooking and cleaning up for yourself is for that man, then you're never going to do it. You're going to change. Once you leave him alone, you're going to go back to doing nothing. So you have to realize that even with a man or without a man, you have to keep it coming. You have to keep yourself looking nice. You got to keep yourself smelling good. You got to keep your house clean. You got to cook. At the end of the day, a lot of us, we start slacking because we got to do what we want. So now we just like, oh, I'm chilling now. And men do it too. Even when it come down to date night, like for example, you go on a date now, you got on jeans, tennis shoes, and a shirt. Did he meet you with that on? Or was you looking like a beautiful supermodel when he met you with a nice, sexy dress on, a cocktail dress, some heels on, your makeup and hair all beautiful and luxurious, you got your jewelry on? Was he into you when you was like that, or was he into you still when you just had on jeans and a t-shirt? Let's be honest. When we meet people, we look our best, right? So you want to keep that coming in your relationship. That's called being consistent. If you keep the consistency in the relationship, you can win. Just be consistent. Now, I'm giving you guys a little game right now. You may not understand it, but I'm giving you guys some game right now. And let me tell you the type of game that I'm giving y'all. So I could lie and be like, yeah, the relationship can be like this, and this. Everybody can't stay beautiful the whole relationship or whatever and keep themselves up the whole time. That's a lie. A woman is supposed to keep it up. You gotta keep it fresh in your bedroom. You gotta keep it fresh with you. You have to keep it fresh in your communication skills in your relationship. That's another thing I'm gonna jump on. Being consistent with communication. Like, don't start getting reserved and keeping your feelings in once you guys are 2 3 years in. Now you don't want to talk about nothing. Now you argumentative. Let's keep the communication flowing in the relationship. Now that is being consistent in a great way, not just looks or whatever what's on the outside, but literally talking about your problems. When you talk through your problems, trust me, it helps. Now, I have situations where I have relationships where I talk through my problems in a relationship. Even if the man feel like it's a bit too much, it's emotional. You still have to talk through it in a relationship with your man, because if he don't know how you feeling, how can he change it? If you don't know how he feeling, how can you change it? Like if he tell you, baby, look, exactly what I just said. Baby, you don't dress up anymore. You don't get up and just get beautiful anymore like you used to. You just start slacking. And you're like, well, I don't have to get beautiful all the time. And he's like, oh, this is the better way of saying it. When he say, baby, you don't get beautiful anymore, baby, you don't go do your hair, you don't do your makeup, you don't cook like that, baby, I'm just frustrated. And she's like, this is how you can come. You can say, well, I'm sorry that I started slacking in, our relationship or marriage. I'm sorry that I kind of gave up a little bit. I just haven't been feeling it lately. But I can change that. That's something that I can fix. Now, what you can't fix is when your man go out here and cheat on you with a woman that you looked at like in the beginning. You had your hair done, you was looking like a supermodel, and he went and cheated on you with a woman who like a supermodel. You can't be mad when you switched up the game on him like that. That's like you with a dude, right? And you never have a bare face. You always have a bunch of makeup on, right? So once you finally take that makeup off, he's singing what he really getting now, and he like, you don't look like you looked in the beginning. I care for you, but you just look different, and you just kind of like not really my type anymore. When I look at you, I look at it's not appealing anymore. In the beginning, you kept your makeup on. Now you taking your makeup off. When a guy starts seeing a woman without a makeup on, and she's a 5 or 2 or 3 on the scale from 1 to 10, with 10 being the greatest and 1 being the least greatest, then he started to realize, did I marry a fantasy of you, or is that really you? Because you always got a filter, you always got this. You have to show a person what they getting. And that's why, me personally, I go a lot of times without any makeup on. I may do my eye makeup, for example, when I go on dates, right? I know I'm jumping from subject to subject, but follow me here. When I go on a date, I put on my lashes, eyeliner. That's lashes. Lashes is considered enhancement of the beauty. You want your lashes to be longer. Instead of doing it the natural way and making your lashes grow, we go and buy lashes, right? And we put them on, and then I get eyeliner. And then I may do a mascara at the bottom lids, and sometimes I don't. So sometimes I just do lashes, eyeliner, and eyebrow pencil to shade my eyebrows. I can literally go out in public and be beautiful with my outfit on, my lashes and my eyeliner and my eyebrow pencil on my eyebrows, and I can have my hair beautiful or braids or whatever natural look, because people like this look too. So I can go out literally dress up and put on one of my nice clothes and a piece of clothes. And oh my God, when I go out, I get looks from everybody. And that's just real, because a lot of women have pounds of makeup on, and you can see it when the light hits you in a certain way. When you under fluorescent lights, or you went under some type of LED lights, you can see that kind of makeup just packed on your face. You can see it. And some guys don't like it because they're like, I don't know how you look without this. You beautiful with the makeup on, but let's see how you look without the makeup on. Because a lot of people will put makeup on their face and cover up a lot of shit that you can't see. And then when they go home, they got a lot of marks on their face. They have a lot of acne, and there's a lot of issues going on under that skin, on that skin under that makeup. So makeup is kind of like a cover up, but it's a beauty enhancement. You have to use it to your abilities. You're not supposed to just look like a whole nother person when you put makeup on. You're supposed to look like you look, as close as you can to how you actually look. That is the point of makeup. Makeup wasn't meant to make you look like a whole nother person. People use makeup for all kind of reasons. They want to look like somebody else. They want to look better than they actually look. So they try to change the way they look by wearing a bunch of makeup. And when you take it off, you're just a regular girl. So a lot of men, they don't talk to women with packs of makeup on. I get a lot of attention from guys because I don't wear a lot of makeup, and they say I love your hair. I love that you don't have a lot of makeup on. Like a lot of women wear a lot of makeup. So when it come down to when you met that guy, right? You're always dressed up. You're always looking nice. You're always looking beautiful. There's a way that you can work it in to where you don't have to wear makeup like that all the time. But you can do it like, okay, light makeup. You got lashes, mascara, eyebrow pencil, eyeliner. You got lip gloss or lipstick on. You got a little contouring on. But you don't have a full face of makeup on. And then when you go out, you're not putting on some jeans and sweatpants. You're wearing an actual outfit, some sexy tight fitted jeans, a cute shirt, a crop top, a halter top shirt, and you wearing heels with it. You enhancing the outfit. You putting a sexy purse on. You wearing a lace shirt with some nice jeans and some heels. Like you kind of like mixing it up, because a lot of people do not know how to be sexy. Let's be real. Even men sometimes they don't know how to dress. But I'm talking about women here. Today we're talking about the women, because I'm always talking about men. But what about the women? We play a big part in relationships. And the only thing it be is sometimes we not consistent. Like a man, if you if you ask a man, if you ask a man why did he cheat on you, or why do they cheat, they're gonna tell you. I believe that they're gonna say she just lost it. She just lost herself when she got with me. You're supposed to find yourself before you get that man, and you're supposed to never lose yourself again. Like, you can't just keep letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go. I understand, because I know the truth behind having kids. So I had two. First I had one. He's 8 now, and I gained a little weight, but I lost it right back because I was in my 20s. Then I had a baby at 30, and I gained my weight. You know what I'm saying? I packed on a lot of weight after my last baby because I had another boy. And I packed on a lot of weight. But I am working on myself behind the scenes to drop this weight off of me. I'm not going to be comfortable with this. Even if my man loved me how I am, I'm not going to get comfortable looking like this. I'm going to lose my weight. I got 50 pounds to go, and I'm going to lose it off, well, 54 pounds, and lose it off of me, and I can keep on going. At the end of the day, I'm not doing it for him. I'm not doing it for her. I'm not doing it for them. I'm doing it for me. So keeping yourself up, being consistent in everything in a relationship can make the relationship strong. Especially when it come down to communication and giving him attention. If you was hugging and kissing on him and loving all on him, rubbing all on him in the beginning, and you just stopped, What makes you think he want to be with somebody who don't even touch him anymore? You don't even kiss him. You don't even hug him and touch him. You don't give him a tongue kiss down his throat anymore. You don't hug him from the back no more. You don't put your arm around his waist and put your head on his back. You don't do that anymore. So a man is like, why did you change on me out of nowhere? You just changed. So that is why I say we as women have to step our game up. If you want to continue to stay married and have a healthy relationship, you have to know what you got to do. And it's not a bad thing to want to please your man. But what is a bad thing is when you don't give a damn what he think. You don't even care if he's happy anymore. He's sitting in the room, he don't know what to tell you. He don't want to hurt your feelings, but he don't want to tell you, look, you put packed on a lot of weight. I'm not interested anymore. You're not attractive like you was when I met you. If a man can stand there and tell you that and say it in the nicest way possible, you have to get up and say, I'm going to do something about this because I don't want my man to leave me. A lot of men, they don't tell their woman where she messing up at. They just start cheating. Like, for example, what we see on Instagram is not what they man see that's sitting and sleeping next to them every day. We see the woman when she's made up, she's beautiful, and her hair is done, and she's flexing, and when she got her new outfit on. Her man see her with no makeup on when she fresh out the shower, when she's doing her hair before her hair is even done, when she take her wig off and she got cornrows going to the back of her neck. That is what a man see. He don't see her like we see her. She come on there, she's a beauty queen. He see her when before she put her makeup on, before she put her wig on, before she put her heels on, before she put that outfit on. He can see her. And a man want to look at a woman in her essence. What we have to do is keep it cute at all times. Always keep it cute. That's the main thing about in a relationship. Just being consistent with everything. Never lacking on nothing. Because when you start lacking, bro, that's when a man gonna be like, you know what, I'm not gonna really tell her because I don't want to hurt her feelings, but it's gonna hurt her more when you cheat though. She gonna be more devastated if you cheat on her instead of saying, baby, you lost yourself. A lot of men cheat because that one reason right there, we lose ourselves and we have to go find ourselves, but it's too late at this point. He done cheated, you guys are divorced, you guys are broken up, and you're like, man, I should have just did it right. And when he see you again, you're beautiful again. He's like, oh my God, she's beautiful. And I left her, or she left me because I cheated. Because I just wasn't happy. Or a lot of guys will leave you and you start slacking, they don't want to be with you no more. They sabotage the whole relationship because they just don't want to be with you anymore. You gotta step it up. People have to be. You can't know every step that a person about to take. Oh, he's predictable. She's predictable. You have to be unpredictable. You have to be spontaneous. You have to be optimistic. You have to be hopeful for the future. And that's the main thing about a long, healthy relationship or marriage. You have to understand the out goal, the end goal is marriage. And in order to obtain it, we also have to do some things that we don't want to do. A woman say, I'm not going to cook and clean for a man who ain't my husband yet. How do you think they got the ring in the first place? Cooking, cleaning, keeping themselves up, and learning how to communicate effectively. Communicating effectively, I can't stress it enough. That's important because if you're a person who always want to sit back and argue, you don't want to talk, you want to argue, because it's two different things. Arguing is talking at a person. You're talking at them. You're cussing, you're screaming, you're mad, you're angry, you're throwing shit. And communicating is saying, I don't like this. I don't like this. If he say that's arguing, he's a fool, he's a manipulator. If he tell you that communication is arguing, a lot of men don't like you to say nothing, and that's annoying. I've had people like that, and I know people like that don't want you to talk about anything. They want you to keep all of those emotions inside. They don't want you to discuss how you feel. And those people are unhealthy to be around, and you got to get rid of them. But men don't like arguing. They don't like the drama. So what you have to do is keep the drama to a minimum and learn how to talk to your man in an effective way. Like, baby, I don't like when you looked at this woman. I don't like that you don't touch me anymore. You don't kiss me. You don't love me. When we have sex, you get to your peak too fast, if you know what I mean. and I'm not pleased. Can you do this? Can you do that? Can you change it? When you talk to a man like that, a man understand that. Men don't understand all that chaos and hollering and screaming. All you doing is riling up the demon or riling up the beast inside of him and to come out when you get this yelling and screaming at a man. And just remember that all the time that men cheat is not because he don't love you. It's because you just start being inconsistent. If you keep it consistent in your relationship, you won't have to worry about anything. None of those problems. Trust me. It's always about being consistent. Your man will stay. He won't leave you. He'll stay. If you keep it up, if you keep your hair up, keep your appearance up, you keep on cooking, having sex, communicating right, and amongst other things, if you just be the woman you was when he met you, trust me, you're gonna be able to keep him. Just keep on trying, Don't never give up on love because a lot of people want you to give up on love, but don't never give up on love because love is real. And that's the one thing you can feel. You can feel love. Love is a feeling, and it feels so good to be loved. It feels so good. It feels like heaven on earth for a person to love you and they loving you right. And you don't want to lose them because you can't keep it consistent. You can't keep up the shit that you started. And that's that. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this one. I will be having OnlyFans soon. I am trying to figure out what I'm going to do next with my OnlyFans. You know that I'm putting the footsies back in the OnlyFans, but I also want to do some other stuff. And I just want to have fun with it this time, guys. And I want you guys to be happy and satisfied. And I'm going to post a video every night or sometimes twice in one night. So I'm gonna let you guys know the moment I set up my OnlyFans because I'm setting it up right now. You guys give me some time. I got things going on here, and thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you feel about my video. I know this is a juicy topic. You guys have a great night. Thank you.